Hey world builders, welcome back to Build Together. This is day 181. Today's prompt is, what's a material that requires protective equipment to handle slash collect, like radioactive materials in real life? This one comes from Michael Man in the Discord and on TikTok. So in the Build Together, we talked about common grifts. I brought up stone bugs that were used to paint a mixture onto quartz to make fake chips, which looks like the normal currency kind of, enough to fool people in large quantities. Now, I wrote a little bit more about stone bugs because I had mentioned the fact that sometimes the sticky stones, for their namesake, get the residue on people's hands and that burns a little bit. That's because the stone bugs have an acidic compound in their large swollen thorax area, which they use to break down a little bit of the mineral layer of rock, including some of the vegetation on it. So they're often found on rocks where there's lichen and stuff like that, which is where some people think maybe they get their name from. For a while, stone bugs were just sort of considered a nuisance or kind of interesting. A lot of children grew up accidentally getting some stone bug essence on their body and it, kind of being a painful itch or something. But at a certain point, people started to realize that this stuff could be used for cleaning certain things. The acidic compound was useful for that, and there are some Rugad Slib now who will actually use it to etch things into weapons. Stone bug essence is a great way to etch very fine and specific designs into weaponry or armor or shields or anything like that. The first time someone really tried to collect a bunch of stone bug essence sort of en masse, they realized very quickly that, oh, the little burning itch I got as a kid is not too bad, but when I'm doing a bunch of these at once, there's fumes that are involved. They kind of had tried to do it in a wooden tub, and so the wooden tub was degrading, and there were fumes being exhumed out of the top, and those burned your eyes and your mouth and your lungs and any extremities or any cuts that were open. So modern day stone bug collectors use these really large stone cases with lids that have a few little holes punched in them so that the gases and fumes can escape very slowly and in sort of a safe level. And anytime they're handling them, they use titanium chainmail gloves that are sort of double meshed, and then you have a really, really tough leather underneath that as an additional protective layer. And this is used anytime you're collecting, bottling, or crushing them. Although they're not crushed by hand, of course, you use a large, like marble or stone pestle inside of the big stone cases, and then you let that stuff sit until the stone bugs are completely dissolved, and then you bottle it in glass and you sell it. What's a material that requires protective equipment to handle slash collect in your world? Thanks for building together.